are proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through CalCoast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the CalCoast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
From Valley View Casino Center, it's time for the San Diego Sockers and Major Arena Soccer League action. It's the 2017-18 home opener as the Sockers, for the first time, meet the Syracuse Silver Knights. And thrilled to be back with you for another season of Sockers action in the Major Arena Soccer League. Alongside Nate Abarea, Craig Elston here with you for the Sockers and the Silver Knights. And Nate, San Diego fresh off a win down in El Paso, Texas, 9-5 on Thursday. Syracuse on Friday needed overtime and a comeback to beat Turlock up in their barn. So 2 teams 1-0, meeting for the first and only time this year. Only other time they could meet would be in the Ron Newman Cup Finals.
First ever time that these 2 teams are meeting, period, ever, in the Major Arena Soccer League. Very excited for this one tonight, and we'll see, Craig, which side carries on unbeaten once we reach the next week of action.
We've got some star strikers to focus on for the San Diego Sockers. The name is always familiar. Craig Childs, longtime captain, hat trick, 2 assists in his first game in El Paso in that Sockers 9-5 victory. Chris Toth will get his first start in net. Last year, first team All-MASL keeper, and amazing numbers, really. Save percentage over 800, 3.66 goals against in the game of indoor. That's pretty sick.
Toth is a guy who is dependable, but he can also give you that highlight reel save, that type of save, Craig, that can give a team the boost that it needs. It's the type of saves that are almost as good as goals. They are as good as goals. They can really lift the morale of a team. Toth is that guy who can give you that highlight reel material, but as you already pointed out, Mr. Reliable as well. Good to see Toth between the pipes this evening.
The Syracuse Silver Knights, meanwhile, a tight unit, just 15 players, no scratches listed. They traveled who they would play, but who they will play includes a very familiar name, Nick Pereira, ex of the Sockers, ex of the Ontario Fury. Pereira will be up top along with Slavisa Ubaparapovic, who had 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in that win at Turlock.
I love Pereira coming back to Southern California, and we'll see what the mood is like for him. We'll see how the emotions carry themselves into this game. We'll see if he can channel it in the right way and give a little return gift to the Sockers and say, I bet you wish you had me back. We'll see how that storyline progresses this evening.
The Sockers are being introduced to the home crowd, and let's bring that to you now here as the home opener is just moments away on YouTube and MASL TV. Phil Salvaggio in his 9th year as head coach, 7th year for Ray Taylor alongside, but first year for the head coach of the U.S. Mexican indoor national team, Rene Ortiz, a plot line that we will discuss as we continue. Now the players. Here we go. What are you doing?
Defender number 20, Sean Sosa.
Oh, hang on, I got this thing.
Midfielder number 63, Ira Rooney. Midfielder number 51, Eric Tovar. Defender number 69, Luis Ingui
The Sockers introduced to an adoring crowd. Sundays are going to be the thing around here in the Valley View Casino Center off Sports Arena Boulevard. The Sockers the next 3 Sundays at home, and definitely a home-loaded schedule in the first half. Nate, 7 of their last 10 games will be on the road, so the Sockers are going to want to make hay before the calendar switches.
Time to turn that schedule into a little thing known as a head start. Take advantage of that home slate to kick off the MASL season here in 27-18, and what better time to start than tonight?
The prelude to arena soccer on a Sunday evening in America's finest city. The San Diego Sockers and the Syracuse Silver Knights coming your way from the VVCC off SAB. Craig Elston, Nate Abarea, along with our tremendous Sockers broadcast team. Thrilled to be with you on YouTube. We'll be here for every home game all season long, and hopefully all the way through to what the Sockers, and unfortunately it's been a hashtag they've been using for a couple years, Nate, hashtag Quest for 15. That Quest for 15's been elusive since the 2013-14 season, right here against Detroit Waza Flow on a cheeky Luna goal that deflected off the leg and went in, and the dramatic run in that playoff for the Sockers to the championship.
And then came this roadblock known as the Soles de Sonora, and we shall see how that rivalry progresses this year. I know a lot of people, I speak for quite a few people when I say that the next chapters of the Sonora-San Diego rivalry are some very enticing ones, some very intriguing pages yet to be written in the Sonora-San Diego matchup. Of course, Sockers fans know all too well these last two seasons have ended with playoff losses to the Soles de Sonora, who themselves have reached a roadblock in the Baltimore Blast in the MASL finals the last couple of years. So interesting to see how the whole book continues to progress this year, but soccer's focused on the task at hand, and Syracuse in town for the only time this year. See how this thing plays out.
Meanwhile, major changes at the league level for the Major Arena Soccer League, consolidating and creating 2 tiers. 16 teams in the top tier this year, 4 in 4 divisions. And that means every game is going to be more competitive. It means that the level of play is higher, and most importantly, that the MASL is raising their overall bar of franchise quality, of standards team by team, of setting that higher standard, and at the same time, with the newly formed MASL 2, and the Sockers will field a team, a Sockers 2 franchise in that second-tier league. There is the opportunity for some of the teams either struggling financially or with their arena situation, etc., to grow into the top tier.
Well, and everything that you touch on there, Craig, it creates a situation where everybody wins. It creates a situation where some of those teams that you bring up, teams that have had struggles, be it on or off the pitch over the last couple of seasons, how are they going to be best equipped to grow? It's to have that consolidation that you talk about. It's to have that consolidation of the talent of the actual soccer being played and make sure that it is the best of the best going against one another all the time. And it's really going to help everybody. And some of those smaller teams, some of those new boys, new kids on the block, shall we call them, I think they're going to benefit quite a bit from the changes this offseason that you bring up.
There was a moment in the offseason where it looked like Sonora and San Diego would be placed in the same division. That did not happen. Sonora is in a Southwest division with El Paso, Monterey, and Rio Grande Valley, while the Pacific consists of the Sockers, the Ontario Fury, the Turlock Express, and the Tacoma Stars. And we know Tacoma and Ontario, both very tough opponents and likely to be the rivals in the Pacific, but that means it's, again, you're thinking about a second round, perhaps, Sonora matchup, and you're thinking about a 22-game schedule and always keeping your eye on what's happening south of the border with Solis and whether you can have the better record or not for that critical second leg of the home and home.
Craig, it's November 5th, and we're already scoreboard watching.
I know, but that's fun. And that's what makes the Sockers such a great franchise, is that this is a franchise that sets a standard of excellence. You already know that they're going to qualify for the playoffs, or try to at the very least, and that they've got a roster as talented as any. And speaking of Solis, 2 imports from Solis this season, and they could be important ones. Ray Contreras on the back line, and up front, the man they call Pollo, Hiram Ruiz, who was a 23-goal scorer last year with Solis, and a great secondary compliment to Tayu.
Well, remember, Ruiz was just an absolute dagger. It was the times where you thought, okay, they shut down Tayu, and then up pops this guy, and you talk about the scoreboard watching here. We're having a little bit of a laugh about it, but down in Hermosillo, you know what they're going to be doing from November 5th all the way into the springtime? Checking in on what the Sockers are doing. It's a testament to that competition that we talk about, and each team bringing out the best in one another. But Syracuse, I'm sure, screaming up to us right now, saying, how about us? We're playing. Let's go.
Mike Kampminer and Brian Elliott are on-field officials. The Sockers in white and powder blue. They will run right to left in this opening quarter. The Knights are in gray and black, and they will go left to right. Chris Toth versus Andrew Coughlin in goal. It's time for the home opener. Nick Pereira is going to take the opening touch for the Syracuse Silver Knights. 15 minutes on the clock. The whistle is sounded, and we are underway. The Sockers and the Syracuse Silver Knights from Valley View Casino Center. And immediately, Luan Salas Oliveira falling in the corner and drawing the Knights' initial whistle. Felipe Gonzalez used to be a tormentor with the Las Vegas Legends, now for 2 years an ally here in San Diego. Back to all-MASL keeper Chris Toth. Gonzalez takes a run on the far wall. Syracuse gets the touch to come the other way. And back into offensive midfield to set up. It's Slavisa Ubaparapovic. His initial shift was short.
Keep an eye on Helovitz and LSO down there. We saw 2 pushes from the Syracuse player into Luan Oliveira there in the opening 10 seconds or so. LSO taking a couple spills and already having his first conversation with the match referee.
And a clearance is going to allow a top-of-the-box chance here, and the first scoring chance of the evening comes 48 seconds in. Ubaparapovic will put it in with a left-footed smash. And just like that, It's the Silver Knights on top with a goal coming at 39 seconds.
It's the last thing Chris Toth wants to see. It's the last thing Salvaggio and the entire Sockers coaching staff wants to see. But what a strike it was from Uwe Parapovic. Talk about that first shift being a bit of a shorty. Well, they had a set-piece opportunity. Said, Big 9-9, get yourself back out there. And he made no mistake about it. Picked his spot, got it past Toth. 1-0 lead for Syracuse.
Free kick for Uwe Parapovic, and his third goal of the year at 39 seconds. And a 1-0 Silver Knights lead. The game of indoor, of course, we're going to see a high score. It was 9-5 down in El Paso. But Syracuse getting first goal tonight. The Sockers had scored first in that win down in Texas. Opening minute off the clock, 13:52 remains, and a 1-0 lead for the visitors from Syracuse. First ever meeting, first and only meeting. Silver Knights have their own Baltimore blast wall that they've been unable to get past in the East. Here's a nice run through the middle by Cesar Cerda, the young man from Saltillo, dispossessed at the red line and recovered by the Sockers and Eric Tovar. Here's Pollo. Hiram Ruiz, little shoulder fake as he holds outside the Sockers logo. First chance for possession here for San Diego, looking for Tovar in the corner, and the ball rolls to Coughlin.
You know, Craig, I love the story with Ruiz and coming from Soles de Sonora, and think about how many of those battles he was a part of on that Sonora side, and was there always just a thought in the back of his mind going, you know, I might like to play here someday?
I think that happens for a lot of the folks who come in and get the chance to experience what this league can look like at a big level. Syracuse Silver Knights playing the ball through offensive midfield, looking for Nick Pereira. Pereira can turn and shoot, and dispossessed at the last second as he was coming in on his childhood and longtime best friend and beach soccer, U.S. beach soccer team ally, Chris Toth. And a nice play there by John Sosa. And there's a man we need to talk about as well, Nate. A newly added long strike outside, just wide, and the rebound's going to spin to Sosa in the near corner. Ex of Kansas City. A champion there, part of that great Comets team, part of the U.S. Arena Soccer team as well. And one of the top defenders, first team MASL defender last year as an offensive defender. Here's a nice ball cut into the corner for Matt Clare. Left-footed cross into the box, looking for Childs. Instead, Felipe Gonzalez sees it taken away by Pereira. Beach soccer knee move there to knock it down. Pereira's always going to show you his craft.
Well, and Pereira also swinging a right hand back there and catching Eddie Velez in the face. And Eddie had a few words for Pereira as he made his way back to the bench. We'll get back to that in a second.
Space on left wing. Here comes the run. And banged off the wall. Clare is going to clear that attempt from Hellevanz. Over in the corner, Syracuse. Ruiz in to try and dispossess. And Childs will play back to Chris Toth, his safety valve.
Great early intensity from Syracuse, and Sockers need to just weather the storm right now, play their game, no panic, but the high press, the added intensity level from the jump start here for Syracuse, it's definitely apparent. And Sockers, like I said, just need to take a deep breath and play their game, possess. It's this situation with LSO.
4 minutes off the clock now, 11 left in the first quarter. 1-0 Syracuse on the top of the box free kick by Uwe Parapovic. Here's LSO. To the top, looking for a tip pass. Taken away and brought right back in for San Diego. Holding outside, Cesar Cerda. Had a goal in Thursday's season opener. Now Contreras plays it into the corner. Quick turning shot. Escoto denied by Coughlin.
I like the shot there from Brandon, the Tijuana native, on the spin, on the left foot right there. And that's an experienced arena soccer player knowing how to play the boards right there. And it's not an easy task, but made it look like such, but good ground stood there.
Vitale, space on right wing, stops to freeze the ball. Back to his right foot, and that gave Cerda time to come over and get the block. Shot with the left would have had an open lane. Vitale now runs into the back of Cerda and draws a foul. And we'll have a free kick from the wall here for the Silver Knights with the clock stopped at 10:06 left in the first. 1-0 Syracuse.
It was a situation where Toth gave up a goal on the first shot that he faced. First save there for Coughlin moments ago.
Blast and a point-blank save. Great one there, denying Canardo Forbes.
And Toth gets himself on the stat sheet with a fine save.
Gloves up to protect the face and the net. 5 off the clock now. 9:52 left. There's a nice steal. Contreras wins the ball back for San Diego. Sockers hold defensive midfield. Pollo looking to find space through Gonzalez. And instead it's going to be Toth that moves up to the edge of his zone. Here comes John Sosa, but first a whistle. And a foul over by the benches apparently called.
I like what Sosa's doing here. You see him taking on that quarterbacking role here as we see a card issued.
First yellow card, first card of any sort, and it's going to go to Syracuse with 9:25 left, 5 minutes for dissent, clearly.
Well.
And it's an important player, Uba Parapovic, who's in the box.
So the man with the lone goal on the night sees 5 minutes in the sin bin as his sentence. Won't be till 4:25 left in the first quarter until we see Uba Parapovic back in this game.
So while we remain 5-on-5 with 2 keepers, Uba Parapovic sits for 5 minutes in a dead ball whistle, and that's perhaps an offensive advantage if the Gulls can press the action. 9:10 left in the first. 1-0 Syracuse. Sosa. Eyes up for Pee Wee. Luis Ortega played with the Chicago Mustangs. Here comes Pee Wee on a run on the far wall. Claire finds the ball first.
Lovely touch, Matty.
Here's Sosa back to Claire. Outside the Syracuse zone. And back to Pee Wee. Give and go. Left-footed, could just drag the ball. Couldn't get a shot away. Coughlin's got it.
You saw Claire lurking back towards these near side boards right there, trying to set up for that shot to cut in on his right foot. Now you see Claire
falls as Hellevoets delivered something behind the play. Claire slow to get up and get back in. Took one to the schnoz, it looks like. As Syracuse plays the ball through midfield. 8:25 left in the first. Holding outside, Nate Bordeaux. Left back to the bench wall, and now across as Coughlin will come up to midfield.
A dangerous ball there from Coughlin.
And he has to get back in position, as now challenging for a moment was Claire on his way off. And probably a quick look from athletic trainer Paul Savage as he took one to the face. Claire's still checking to see if he drew any blood.
Not the most enjoyable shift there from Matt Claire.
7th minute off the clock. 7:53 left here. And a ball knocked down, but in the zone. Couldn't be trapped by Bordeaux. Now he's going to come for the steal near corner and look for a wall pass. Bordeaux challenged on the boards. At the red line, nice steal, Escoto.
Really good correction there from Sosa moments ago. That was huge.
Here comes the lefty. Shoots wide into the corner. Tovar will try. Wall pass back, and Escoto track it. Trying to go around the back of Bordeaux, who they thought had a handball. But play continues on the field. And ball is lifted back to Coughlin so he can grab it.
Just going back there moments ago, Sosa made a mistake on the ball at the back, immediately made amends and sent the Sockers the other way, and that's that attitude you love to see. And finishing up on Sosa, I know you brought him up earlier in the quarter, Craig. That game that Kansas City played against the Sockers here last year was quite frankly one of the most crisp, just quality games of arena soccer that we had here at the Valley View Casino Center all last season. And Sosa was one of those players that was just oozing class throughout, and he's the kind of guy that you want to see involved with this Sockers team. And Sockers certainly grateful to have him back there, and not sure if he's seen the bench yet in these opening 8 minutes.
Officials timeout with 7:02 left in the first quarter. It's Syracuse leading San Diego 1-0. I think when you evaluate these early minutes, I mean, still obviously game 2 for both teams, not game 1, so you don't give them all of the customary excuses of, knocking the dust off and whatnot, but we haven't seen much concerted attack yet from San Diego. We've seen some decent possession, though.
Well, you haven't seen all too much of it. You could play a little devil's advocate here and say you haven't seen too much of it from Syracuse either. It was just one piece of brilliance from a dead ball. That's the current difference in this game, with Syracuse leading 1-0 with that first-minute goal from Uba Parapovic. And Sockers, I think they need to find that fluidity, and hopefully we reach the halfway point here, a little over the halfway point of this first period, and hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. And we see the likes of Craig Childs. We see the likes of Luan Oliveira and Matt Clare when he gets back out there. Guys who we know can really bring the offensive firepower here for this crowd, for this team, and see what they can do linking up with one another. It has seemed a little bit discombobulated, shall we say, early on in this game.
California Coast Credit Union, proud to be the platinum sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Started by teachers in 1929, Cal Coast is San Diego's longest-serving financial institution with 24 local branch locations. We're dedicated to improving lives in our community. Become a Cal Coast Credit Union member today. Visit calcoastcu.org. 6:40 left in the first. 1-0 Syracuse. Early top-of-the-box goal on a free kick for Uba Parapovic, who's currently serving a yellow card, 5 minutes in the box. Pereira, ex of the West Coast. Here's a long pass to the wing. Syracuse trying to get into the corner. Man knocked down there. Callahan, and a foul on Gonzalez will put this free kick in a dangerous spot.
I'll tell you what put Felipe Gonzalez in a dangerous spot. There was a fantastic crossfield ball there. Originally, I think it came off the foot of Pereira, and it led to this free kick opportunity. Put Gonzalez in a real tough spot, and unfortunately for Felipe, he committed the foul.
Chris Toth setting the two-man wall. Pereira puts it right into that wall. Ouch. But the ball didn't go toward the frame. Childs looking to win it in the corner for San Diego. Can't get it out yet. Oliveira lost it to Pereira. Turning, his shot blocked by Childs. Back out to midfield and Vitale. And they'll play it back to their keeper. 9th minute off the clock now. Under 6 to play in the first. 1-0 Syracuse on an early goal at 39 seconds. And now San Diego starts to step up the pressure with Max Talut getting upfield a bit as Syracuse comes up. The long run is for Schindler. Jake Schindler gets the ball back at the midfield stripe. Distributes to Hellevatz in front of the bench wall.
I'll tell you what a guy like Talut does. He really tests the touch. He tests the ball control of a goalkeeper, of a team's back line. When he puts that pressure on, one of the fastest guys in the MASL. When he's flying at you, he's shaking in your boots a little bit. And then that one mistake can come back and haunt you. And the likes of Childs and LSO are ready to pounce. It starts with Talut, though, with that high press.
Tavanesi is having a wrestling match in the soccer zone with Eduardo Velez. The veteran knows every trick in the book. Spider Monkey has gained some age on those legs, but they're still there. And so's the tenacity. Battling again. Wall pass by Tavanesi, but Childs read it. Trying to outlet a man down the field. Hustling. It's Matt Clare. First there, it's Darren Toby. Toby takes it away for the Silver Knights. 4:38 clock running left in the first quarter. Over 10 gone now. Contreras right back on the ground to Toth. Pressure now up high. Contreras takes one up high and a foul called.
Bordeaux leaving one in late there. Not the best challenge. Certainly a foul, but this early in the game. There's nothing too malicious, deserving of any penalty minutes, anything of that sort.
And first of 3 straight Soccer's Sundays for you here on MASL TV and YouTube, and more importantly, for the folks who can make it out to Valley View Casino Center here in San Diego. Soccer's action in front of the deep end and all of their faithful. And we're going to see a nice little early look, Nate, with Tacoma next week and Ontario the week after at what the Pacific look. Here's the first goal of the night. It's Cerda. Nice look, got loose on left wing. 1-on-1, no mistake. And Cesar Cerda has evened things up at 10:55. 1-1 time.
We're looking forward to the next few Sundays. Cerda saying focus on the now. Left foot, far post. Beautiful stuff. 1-1. First goal from open play this evening for either side after that free kick goal to open things up. For Syracuse, was lovely stuff, lovely team football from the Sockers, and a great finish at the end of it from number 9, Cesar Cerda. Hits the Sockers on the scoreboard this evening, and we're all knotted back up.
Second of the season, second in 2 games. And there's a goalie assist for Chris Toth, which is something he's been wont to do over the course of his great career. Defensive clear. Uba Parapovic just in time is out of the box and here to try and duplicate his free kick goal from the first minute. And the 1-1 tie tenuous now. Plays it off instead. And a blocked shot resulted courtesy of Pee Wee, who draws a double team and beats it down the field. Spinning ball, though, on the wall. Keeps going. Wall pass. Looking for Childs. Escoto chesting it down, but the Silver Knights with room to capture in their zone with Callahan. Now pressure again. Childs has it on the near wall. Tried to play it back to Gonzalez. And Tavernisi can come back and repossess. 3:20 to go in the first. And the Sockers equalize on Serta's goal.
Equalize on Serta's goal. I'll tell you what, a name that we haven't called all too much here this evening is that of Craig Giles. It's really the first few touches I've seen Giles get here in this first quarter. See as Toth heads this one out as he elected not to catch. He was almost out of the area there.
He had 1 foot out of the box. I think he could have drawn a card if he had done that.
Playing it safe. Good stuff by Toth there.
Here's high pressure shown.
Let's see Giles get into this game.
A foul on Pereira denies him a chance, and he fakes the kick coming in on Toth. And Nick Pereira, a man who knows how to use that body and to try and press advantage. 2:49 left to go in this one, first quarter. 1-1, Sockers and Silver Knights. Sockers going to get awarded a free kick from the red line. And Childs, you want him to get a touch. Free kick's a great way to start it. Plays it off to the wing. Wall pass looking for the middle. Serta trying to get an assist right there after the goal. Sockers bring a double team into the corner. Pressure! Point blank, second chance! Coughlin comes up with his best save, standing strong.
Not once but twice there for Coughlin. Just standing his ground. Nothing too spectacular, but from point blank range, almost mind-boggling. The Sockers don't have a 2-1 lead right now. Brilliant stuff there by Coughlin.
Shots 5-2 for San Diego now and a 1-1 tie. Talute looking for a run through midfield. Ball has to go back to Sosa. Good place for it to go. Serta now. Serta and Sosa, that's a tremendous defensive pair. Syracuse with a chance to just get the ball back. Under pressure, here's Talute. Talute! Kicked off the line!
That's that high press at Talute that I'm talking about right there. That was a prime example of it, and if it wasn't for a brilliant goal line clearance, Talute would have had his first goal of the season.
Schindler denies Talute, putting the Silver Knights on his list. Minute 37 left in the first, still tied at 1 thanks to Jake Schindler. Great play, heads up on defense. Coughlin's play forward. That ball spun into the corner. Sosa knocked down Uba Parapovic. His strike blocked by Serta.
I think the memo's out. Watch for the left foot
of
number 99 out there. You see the Sockers defenders saying, let's see your right. Let's see that right foot, Uba Parapovic. We'll see how the dual-footed football carries on this evening for number 99. But after the goal that he scored with his left foot after just 39 seconds, I think there was a memo from the bench saying, let's not let that guy get easy touches onto that left and pull the trigger there from anywhere within shooting range.
Sosa holds as we count to the final minute of the first quarter. Here's Tovar in the corner. Eric Tovar had 4 goals in an exhibition game in Ontario. Gonzalez now. Sosa. Springing Ruiz. One hopper. Coughlin can see it all the way. 34 seconds left as Andrew Coughlin holds the ball. Distributes a long one. Over the back of Pereira. Gonzalez gets his head on it. That's impressive given the man he had to straddle.
I love Gonzalez. Immediately looks back up to the clock. As soon as he won that aerial challenge, immediately looked up to the clock, said, we got 20 seconds. Let's go. I didn't win that thing for nothing.
Here comes Pee Wee. keeps his run going. Claire tried to backheel on the ball. Gonzalez will get it to him. 1-2. Gonzalez knocked down, trying to draw a whistle. Here's the shot. It's blocked inside the box. 3 seconds left. Sosa one time. Oh, off the frame. That's how the first quarter ends. Great action at Valley View Casino Center as the Sockers concede early at 39 seconds, but get it back at 10:55 on Toth's distribution to Serta, who had the left-footed goal. 15 complete, 45 to play from Valley View Casino Center. It's a 1-1 tie on YouTube and MASL TV.
Jill, Tegan, Paxton, Kaylin, and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through CalCoast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the CalCoast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
1-1 tie here heading to the second quarter, but first, a very important person on the field, and that is Ron Newman, the greatest head coach in the history of the San Diego Sockers franchise, embracing current head coach Phil Salvaggio right now on the Sockers shield, and there with his son as well. What an honor it is to have Ron Newman here tonight.
This is classy. This is a beautiful moment, and love every player for both sides, and homage in addition to the Sockers folks off the field in homage to Ron Newman. You know the man's important when the name's on the trophy, quite literally, but once you start knowing a little bit more about the backstory, you know the history of this organization and everything that this organization means to the city of San Diego, everything that this organization means to the culture and the sport as a whole of arena soccer. San Diego Soccer is integral in the growth of arena soccer and the beautiful game as a whole here in San Diego. And Ron Newman, someone who is attached to every last bit of it. And Craig, we were talking off the air before this game about how brilliant it is with this organization of keeping people involved and the concept of an alumni association, the concept of making sure that if someone is a part of this family, especially someone is an important part of this family, an important part of this family like Ron Newman, that they will always be a part of this family, and no different right here this evening.
Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. It's the sole provider of physical therapy services for the San Diego Sockers. Proactive Physical Therapy sees patients from all over San Diego County, having trusting relationships with San Diego's leading physicians. With 4 convenient locations, please visit Proactive's website. It's www.proactive4pt.com. That's Proactive, the number 4pt.com. 15 fresh on the clock. Time for the second quarter now. The Sockers will run left to right, the Silver Knights right to left, as we bring you the action with a 1-1 tie from San Diego. Just 1 penalty in the first quarter, and that was a yellow card. Yet to see any power plays. Sockers had a pair of power play goals in their win against El Paso on Thursday night. Opening minute of the second quarter. Sockers see Toth play through Childs in the midfield. Velez trying to get it back to Craig. Now, Luan Oliveira. Crossfield pass back to Reza. And the Gulls, yeah, there it is again. So I've given myself an over-under of 2.5, and I've already spent 2 in 16 minutes. 180 straight games of San Diego Gulls in between San Diego Soccer's broadcasts.
Frank, it's easy. All you got to do, you got
for
44 minutes left. All you got to do is not say Gulls again.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
By the way, who said I bet the under?
This is getting dicey here. This is getting dicey.
Pressure, left wing. Here's Oliveira. You know he's got that left foot. And he goes down and draws the whistle. Left wing free kick coming for the Sockers.
Love the control there by LSO. Love watching him on this pitch. He can just glide out there, almost like he's on ice skates at times. But when it comes to that standstill situation,
there is ice under that carpet, by the way. There's some boards. It's turf boards ice. Left wing free kick, Childs. Into the corner to Reza. To Aztecs for life.
That little touch that the wall got on that prevented that from turning into a real scoring opportunity. I like the idea, though, some training ground stuff there off the set piece from Childs.
The Sockers train just outdoors of this arena in the Soccer Indoor Center, and that's where Sockers 2 will play their games.
Toth right there. Little ole from the goalkeeper, but Sockers immediately give it away. Syracuse comes in for the half, and here's Pereira.
Wall pass, nobody there but Velez for San Diego, but now to the near wall. Canardo Forbes scored the overtime winner in Turlock on Friday. Give and go with Pereira. Forbes was drawn to far corner, couldn't turn to shoot.
Love that hold-up play, though, by Pereira. Look for that.
Here he is on the left side, Uba Parapovic. Pereira is going to be the distributor. Turn and shoot. This one is headed out by Velez. And Syracuse should get a corner out of this, and they will.
It's cracking stuff. It's if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing for Syracuse there with Pereira playing at the top of that key right there with his back to goal. He can either spin out and shoot into it or set up somebody else.
There it is for Nick, the immediate shot on the wing. Went right-footed, scored. Pereira makes it 2-1, jumps into the crowd, and kisses his newborn. Aww. That's a sweet one.
That's coming back
home. Can't feel bad. Can't feel bad.
That's what you call coming back home. Giving everybody a gift. Welcome home, me, says Pereira. Beautiful moment with the newborn baby. Beautiful goal as well. I mean, the celebration kind of outdid the goal, but let's not forget about the fine finish there. My goodness.
So 2:16, the time of goal. Uba Parapovic has 2 points now. Setting up the corner kick goal for Pereira. 2-1 Silver Knights.
Goal and an assist and 5 minutes in the penalty box for Uba Parapovic. That is an action-packed opening 18 minutes this evening for number 99 on Syracuse.
And falls no call. Here comes a rush. Could be 3-on-2. Touch wasn't there on the wall. Tavernisi then goes down on the wall, and a whistle sounds, and a card is shown as well. Blue card looks like it's been shown to Pee Wee, who's the man slow to get up, and it'll be the first penalty kill of the night for San Diego. If that's how the call goes, or is it against? Is it the hit on Pee Wee? Yes, it is. Tavernisi is the man to enter the box. Okay, so it goes the other way. And it's now a Sockers power play chance.
Well, if you follow Arena Soccer or you are fresh to watching Arena Soccer, you're checking this out for the first time, there are a few things more enjoyable in this sport than the power play. It's beautiful stuff, but...
And an immediate steal.
Childs, my goodness.
Short-handed Bordeaux had nowhere to go.
Okay, well, restart. We just shaved 15 seconds off of it. Let's restart this thing, deep breath.
Tripping is the call against Tavernisi. And the Sockers power play is underway. Oliveira, left-footed shot was blocked. And it'll be recovered offensive midfield by Escoto.
Curious to see the patience right now. Are we going to see some patience in possession here in the final third from the Sockers? That's what these power plays are all about. Patience, patience, patience. Pick your spot and attack.
Childs on left wing. Sockers were 2 for 4 on the power play Thursday, trying to feed right there at the stripe. Ruiz, and that pass was blocked out. Minute 10 left on the man advantage. This will count either to 9:59 or to a Sockers goal to tie things up. Childs. Syracuse with that 1-goal lead on 2 set pieces. First power play either team. Oliveira trying to get loose, turns and shoots. Curveball and a diving save by Coughlin. Silver Knights faced 1 power play on Friday in Turlock and stopped it. That was a nice head by Contreras to bring the ball forward. 35 left on the 5-on-4. Up top, it's Escoto. Now Childs to the corner. Claire gives it back to Craig. Escoto now to Childs. 1-touch shot. Save made by Coughlin going down to his side. And the ball played back out to midfield. Down into the corner again. Final seconds of this man advantage. Can they convert? Escoto with a chance. Goal! Brandon Escoto, a left-footed blast upper with 4 seconds on the man advantage. At 4:57 in the second, we're tied at 2.
We say patience is a virtue. We talked about the importance of patience on the power play. Well, the Sockers leaving it late. They let a minute 56 elapse, but they do get the power play goal after all. Brilliant left-footed shot from Escoto. Picked his spot, got enough pace behind it to get it past Coughlin, who did get a hand to it. Fully outstretched there, the Syracuse netminder, but he could only have it flick off the glove and into the back of the net. Beautiful goal for Escoto. 10:03 left in the second. Craig, we're all nodded at 2.
And a Sockers power play goal, their 3rd of the season.
And there was, at the very end of this play, there was a yellow card shown, and now there's a yellow card being shown
Ryan Hall.
to Ryan Hall, the Syracuse head coach. There was a yellow card shown to a Syracuse player. We'll await the announcement from our pal Callan McClurg, the public address voice here at the Valley View Casino Center. Wait confirmation of who that first yellow was shown to, and Childs is now having a conversation. The Sockers captain having a quick word with the officials, and Hall's coming over to continue sharing his point of view, and I don't think the officials are having it.
So the only thing that would truly matter is if it was on Uba Parapovic, because that would be 2 points of penalty accrued, and that would be out for the rest of the match. But the discussion is being held between all 4 officials. Gil Beanland and Dennis Vargas joining Comp Minor and Elliott in the confab, the men in red tonight for the Major Arena Soccer League. Again, get your tickets for the next 2 weeks as the San Diego Sockers stay home on this 3-game homestand here at Valley View Casino Center. 5 o'clock is the time on 3 straight Sunday nights. Tacoma. And Mr. Waltman in town next weekend. Ontario Fury. Bernie always brings the fury for Ontario. And we'll get to see these familiar opponents. Ryan Hall, meanwhile, trying out for the local school board with the amount of chatter he's given. But
I was loving for a moment there, Craig. You had Childs and you had Hall standing next to one another, both giving their best cases to the jury here. And I'm not sure if Childs and Hall were actually really in that much disagreement. I think there was a little bit of commonality found between Childs and Hall saying, hey, can we sort this thing out and get back to, that arena soccer game that we're all so excited for.
Got Medi-Cal? Get more with United Healthcare, proud sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Join a community of more than 6 million Medicaid members nationwide. Visit UHCCommunityplan.com. That's UHCCommunityplan.com. All right, so who's in the box for Syracuse? Looks like it was just on the head coach.
The yellow card was shown twice, so not sure if that was just for dramatic effect.
There's the goal call downstairs. Here comes Max Talute. Walled off by Callahan as he crossed midfield.
Great angle defending there by Callahan. That's something. Talute head straight to the bench, though, but those jolts of energy when Talute gets space on this field, when he can fly in open areas, look out for number 4 on that soccer side, Max Talute.
The second yellow card you saw, Nate, was on Coughlin. So Coughlin and Hall each getting yellows, neither of whom can be taken off of the pitch. And the ball headed back to Coughlin.
So that second yellow was not just for dramatic effect. There was a purpose.
So Coughlin wasn't happy with something about that play, or a play that was made in front of him as Escoto scored. But Escoto scored nonetheless. 2-2 is the score. 6 off the clock. 8:57 left to play in the first half now here at Valley View Casino Center. Now, I see so many great youth clubs in the crowd here, especially on the north side of this lower bowl. It's completely packed. And it's a great deal of fun to see how many kids are hooked on San Diego Soccer's MASL action. Here's a header try by Claire. Wide, but he's going to come back for the shot. Diving save. Clinton looking for the rebound. Childs, and he was held off. Wall pass knocked down for Coughlin to recover.
Stuff by Coughlin, just getting back up. That's when a goalkeeper goes into panic mode right there. It's that helpless feeling, but all you can do is crawl back, get up, whatever you need to do, just get yourself back in position. Coughlin got a little bit of help from his defenders there, but managed to keep the game tied.
To the left and off the frame like a rocket.
Oh, if that's anywhere on frame, that's in. Coughlin's frozen there.
Working off the 7th minute, second quarter, 22nd minute overall. 2-2 tie. Childs is the target. Toby just went right around him there for Syracuse. Here's Toby, challenged by Reza, who draws the whistle.
It's a little deja vu there with Escoto moments ago on that shot that went high. This very similar angle to the goal that we saw just a couple of minutes ago, and I'm sure Coughlin's got to be thinking the same exact thing, yelling out at his players in the field for Syracuse, saying, we're really going to let that guy, 2 minutes after he did just that, almost do just that again. Thankfully for Coughlin, for Syracuse, the shot went high.
Pereira, always crafty with the ball at his feet, even with a man all over him. On the wall, there's Pee-wee, make that Escoto, pardon me, 19, not 69, getting knocked down, and drawing the whistle and getting possession back for San Diego.
Hellevoet's very animated with the officials after that call. Just over the halfway point of the second period. This has been a very evenly played game. Obviously, the scoreboard reflects that, but really both sides have had their moments, have had glimpses of quality, but also been some disconnection on both sides. Still waiting for both teams' attacks to really show their full team connection and their full worth.
And the ball comes through. Okay, the announcement from Callan McClurg downstairs is an important one. 3 personal fouls on Hellevoets. One more would be an automatic blue card power play for the Sockers. Defensive midfield, Sosa's going to play one in, looking for Tovar in the corner. Toby battling him for possession. Ruiz comes in. Sockers trying to dig it loose. Said it's Tavernese, flipping one into the San Diego bench. And with 6:25 left in the second quarter, that ball out of play will lead to our mid-quarter timeout. 2-2 with about 6.5 left to play here before halftime. Under all the banners of 14 Sockers championships past. The San Diego Sockers would like to thank Lakeside Equipment Sales and Rentals for their sponsorship. From a skip loader to snow cone machine, Lakeside Equipment has you covered. So for your next project or party, choose Lakeside. Serving contractors and homeowners since 1985. Lakeside Equipment, family owned and operated with 2 locations to serve you. Delivery available for Lakeside Equipment Sales and Rentals. Sockers 2, Silver Knights 2. 2 free kick goals for Syracuse. The Sockers answer with Cerda after a long pass from Toth and a great run on left wing. Then Escoto late in the power play with a beautiful shot into the top netting.
Coughlin, Syracuse goalkeeper, I'm sure, wishes he could have that one back. That equalizing goal from Escoto. Picked up a yellow card in the aftermath. Unhappy with something, as we were just speaking about. Coughlin, so he made some critical saves in this first half. Sockers could very easily be in the lead in this game, but again, just reiterating the point from moments ago, I really feel like this is a fair score. Right now, this has been a very evenly played game, and anticipate much the same for the remainder of this contest. This could be a game where one mistake, or hopefully, for the good of the game, one piece of brilliance could be the difference.
Foul on Childs there, and I think the appropriate call, as he had batted Vitali aside in hope of turning to attack. One back quickly by Matt Clare. He joined the U.S. Arena team in Africa in September. Now trying to give and go, and a one-hand save. Clare denied. Sosa trying to peek in on the rebound. Coughlin boots it, headed by Childs, turning to strike off the right post.
Oh, what a save by Coughlin there. What a save by Coughlin. He got a hand on that before that hit the post. That would have been a great, great goal.
Ruiz denied.
Ruiz. What a save by Coughlin.
5:19, clock running, second quarter, 2-2 tie, but shots now, shot clock's up to 12-3 for the Sockers. And remember, two of those, one a free kick, the other a corner kick. So only one in run of play for Syracuse so far. Here's another, off left post. Childs again! Save made point blank. Coughlin will jump up and get it. He's been tested. 12 saves first period.
I love that moment there from the Sockers fans after that shot from Childs was saved spectacularly by Andrew Coughlin. The deep end just behind that goal to our right here, Craig. Giving a well-deserved round of applause to the opposing netminder. That was another moment of class from Andrew Coughlin.
2-2, Coughlin a big part of the reason why right now.
It's an educated fan base right there.
4:25 left in the half. Here's Pereira off the win. Coming forward in midfield and saying, "Where's my whistle?" and drawing it. Nick, who does a lot of coaching, knows how to work an official's crew as well. And he'll continue from the bench. Here's Raymond. Long try to chip, just wide. Tovar almost scores from beyond midfield. 11th minute off the clock, second quarter. 2-2 is our score here. First half action in the home opener for the Sockers.
It's Arena Soccer goalkeeping in a nutshell right there. 30 seconds ago, Coughlin's a spectacular saving hero. 30 seconds later, he's almost embarrassed from midfield.
Pressing again is Coughlin. He's going to come in, and Toth catches his distribution with the foot. Now throws it out. Felipe Gonzalez. Long lead to Childs. Knocked it down, but dispossessed from behind by Raymond.
Not the best first touch there by Craig, but he tries to get back on it.
Through the box. Gonzalez held off. Good post up there by Toby for Syracuse. Escoto's got it back for the Sockers. 3:14 until halftime.
Escoto saying slow down there. Like seeing that from an experienced player like Escoto.
LSO, room for the right foot. Here he comes. He'll bring it in. Childs tried to leave it back for Toulouse. And Syracuse diffuses the attempt.
Bit of a scuff there from LSO.
Another chance perhaps. Lawan turns to his stronger left now. Drags the foot and brings the ball in on left wing. It's Reza.
Great stuff from Lewin.
Cross to Toulouse. He'll settle on the half wall. Toulouse looking, playing behind Childs.
Now those situations, Craig, aren't exactly Toulouse's forte. You want to see him getting as much open space as possible. Toulouse's got to work on that tight knit control because you know he has it in the arsenal, but that is one of those things that as this season progresses, I think we'll see get a little bit sharper for Toulouse. But tonight, that's a nasty collision at midfield involving LSO.
Tavernese kind of running into him, but
still a foul on LSO. Finishing up on Toulouse there. Really, let's see hopefully before this half is over, see Toulouse get an opportunity to get in some of those wide open greens where he can be so successful and be such an asset for this team.
Card.
It's a blue card. Blue coming out
And this was way behind the action.
The Sockers bench was pleading its case.
Could it be too many men? We'll get the announcement, but nope. It's against Syracuse again. The call was just in front of the Sockers bench. I did not see the penalty. Didn't see the penalty. We'll hear the call, though, downstairs. Power play coming for the Sockers, and a chance to break this 2-2 tie. It's a power play goal that tied the game earlier in the quarter, courtesy of Escoto. And who is sent in? It'll be Syracuse's Kevin Escobar. Too many men on the field was the call. We had the right idea. First we thought because it was in front of the Sockers bench, but they spotted it against Syracuse.
So Escobar having to serve a penalty as an individual for a collective crime.
And a power play for another minute 30.
Just doesn't seem fair.
Here's Oliveira. Someone's got to do it. Sosa cuts to left wing. Claire settles. Now Childs in the corner. Draws two men, trying to create space. The space is for the left foot of Escoto. Now Oliveira off the wall. Sosa faked the kick. Escoto, left wing Claire. Childs off the wall. Escoto just wide. Almost a second.
Tough to see who it was. Great block in there from Syracuse.
Childs header. Punched out. Claire kicked out by Toby. Halfway through the power play.
Shot after shot after shot. Nothing given yet.
Escoto. Left wing Claire. Sosa high middle. Here's Claire again. Fake the shot. Passes. It's Childs. He puts it in! Side netting. Craig Childs. His fourth goal of the year. First of the night. 2 for 2 on the power play. The Sockers in a 3-2 lead at 14 minutes of the second quarter.
That's the Sockers getting that fluidity in the power play, finding themselves here with a minute left in the first. A little bit sloppy. They were bailed out at the end of it by a fine individual moment from Escoto. That goal from Childs, take nothing away from the finish from Craig Childs. It was brilliant. It was an experienced man. It was the captain picking his spot and nailing one to the far post. But that was a team goal. That was the epitome of a team goal. That was beauty on the power play from the Sockers. Patience, gorgeous possession, holding strong, creating chances. No panic, not trying to hurry anything, and it amounts
Here's
to a goal.
Duluth on a rush with Tovar. Matt Clare getting the power play assist there, of course, as he had played it in the corner to Childs. And Childs had tried, it was well done, and of course the savvy of the veteran, right? But twice in the corner, he had crossed it. So now you start to think about the cross. He gets the seam he needs to fire in the goal.
Finding just that little dime spot, a little bit of space that he needed.
Can they get another last-minute stunner? Ruiz. Back to midfield, 15 seconds to play before halftime. Sockers' first lead of the night comes at 3-2. It's Velez. Dispossessed Pereira. 6 seconds, long ball. Wide of his Fallbrook friend. Running on it. Here's Raymond. Dumped into the corner hard. Blue card penalty.
Oh, no.
As Raymond was sent in, and it looked like top of body contact into those boards.
Well, Raymond actually from right here, Craig, definitely smacked the back of his head right into the boards. See on the replay here, head went straight in to those hoardings there.
Reza will be the man whistled for the penalty.
I understand Reza going all out there, trying to just close the half as strong as he can. But Reza's got to know there, in that situation, what the consequences could be. Again, tough to put too much blame on Reza there, but it's a tough break at the end of that for Raymond. Hopefully he's okay. It was ugly the way he slammed the back of his head into the boards there, and obviously with concussion protocol these days, make sure that Raymond is going to be okay.
So the obvious boarding call. Here's 0.5 seconds. No time anyway. That shot into the wall just creates pain.
More, and the Syracuse Silver Knights will have a power play to start the second half, so they'll have an immediate outlet back into this game. But you must say, all in all, a fine ending there to that second quarter, Craig. 3-2 the lead for the home side.
Hiram Ruiz really took that hard off of the free kick, and he is still crouched. And Paul Savage is bringing his entire toolkit over to try and help him. Hopefully he's going to leave the hammer and saw in there as they head back to their collective locker rooms. Recapping your first half, first quarter, free kick at 39 seconds. Slavisa Ubaparapovic for the Silver Knights put it in clean left-footed. 1-0 Syracuse. Cesar Cerda answers for the Sockers at 10:55. His second of the year. Chris Toth, his first assist of the season. That's how the first quarter ended. In the second, on a corner kick, Ubaparapovic to Nick Pereira, who slots home his second goal of the year. The ex-Socker made it 2-1 Syracuse at 2:16 of the second. But back came the Sockers courtesy of two power plays. The first on Tavernisi, converted by Brandon Escoto. First goal of the year, a left-footed upper netting goal at 4:57. And then, it was the first second of the final minute, but it's still Sockers magic. A goal in the final minute of a quarter. Childs on the power play from Clare at 14 minutes to make it 3-2. First half shots, 15-4 in favor of San Diego. Sockers 2 for 2 on the power play. Syracuse will get their first power play when the third quarter begins. With Nate Abarea, Craig Elston with you. We'll pause for halftime now, show you the festivities, which will include, as I remember, an exhibition by the local Ultimate Frisbee team. The Growlers, I think? The Growlers?
Craig's looking at me for help on this one.
Come on, Nate, you know everything.
The Ultimate Frisbee, the Ultimate Frisbee beat left me when I left Humboldt County, actually. I think I left Ultimate Frisbee up north.
You didn't have to. Newsflash.
No, I should have brought it with. Little did I know there was such a budding Ultimate Frisbee culture here in San Diego.
Well, you'll get to see it for yourself. And Nate and I will be back with the second half in just a few minutes. It's 3-2 Sockers leading the Silver Knights. And you're watching the Major Arena Soccer League on YouTube and MASL TV.
Jill, Tegan, Paxton,
Kaylin.
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Let's get the third quarter started from Valley View Casino Center. Second half action in the Major Arena Soccer League, the home opener for the San Diego Sockers, and a 3-2 lead for the home team. But the visiting Syracuse Silver Knights open the third quarter on a full 2-minute power play. Craig Elston, Nate Abarea, back with our Sockers broadcast crew on YouTube and MASL TV. Nate, slow start for the Sockers, but they've done a great job for the most part of stifling the Syracuse offense in the zone and in the flow of play. It's 2 set-piece goals that have accounted for Syracuse's netting so far.
Pretty simple in terms of the halftime talk. Tighten things up on these set pieces. You're doing everything else right, San Diego Sockers. And talk about this 2-minute power play, though, to start the full power play to start this second half for Syracuse. A, technically speaking, 1 minute 59.5 second power play. That penalty coming with half a second left in that second quarter. Very just strange end to the second period there with a couple of different instances, but Syracuse, regardless, starts with the power play, start the second half trailing by a goal. What better way to get back in the game? We'll see what they can do with the man advantage. The Sockers do quite a bit with theirs.
So the quarter begins and the Knights work in the San Diego zone. And they do so with Uba Parapovic, who has a goal and an assist, and Nick Pereira, who has the other goal. On to Schindler. Minute 26, a man advantage left.
If you're the Sockers, you got no problem with where Syracuse has been on this power play.
Forbes to the corner. Toth pinching that left post. He's got the ball.
So the Sockers on that last power play that ended with the Childs goal. That possession on the attacking side of the red line in the final third. Not seeing much of that here in the first minute of this power play for Syracuse. They're being pressed back and then going to take those quick shots if they get a chance.
Schindler will leave it to the left wing, and Canardo Forbes. Upa Parapovic back to Forbes. He'll settle it. Second touch is to the corner and almost into the net. Serda.
Much better from Syracuse there.
Upa Parapovic now. Finding Forbes again. Wheels back and forth. Curving ball off the wall. Just enough for a clearance from Felipe Gonzalez. There's 30 seconds left on the penalty kill for San Diego.
You know Uba Parapovic on this near side wants to find this thing at his feet. See if he can cut one onto his left.
The pass to Forbes. Back. Here's the shot, and he miskicked it. Serda is going to be able to get this one out on a 1-2 pass.
I think they're going to kill it now. I think that's going to do it.
Final 7 seconds, and the ball is deep in Syracuse territory. Second minute coming off the third quarter clock right now, and out of the box, Raimundo Reza. The goals are, there it is, 3. Your over wins. The Sockers are back to full and even strength. And into the corner, the attack continues. Tabanese puts himself into the wall. And a free kick will ensue.
Tabanese, more than anything there, just caught off balance, heading towards the boards. A little bit of a touch that he took, just added to the momentum. Took him right into the hoardings there. Good free kick opportunity here for the visitors.
Bordeaux. Helovats with a complete dive. Back the other way, Contreras bombs it wide. Sosa will play it back while Helovats gets a letter from the Italian soccer team saying you can do better. 12:24 left in the third. 3-2 San Diego. Sockers took the lead on the Craig Childs goal to start the 30th minute. Claire back to Toth. Sockers possess. And it's LSO. Oliveira back to Gonzalez. Keep away right now. Oliveira. Childs and Claire make their runs. Matt Claire trying to chest the ball into the attacking area. In the corner now. Coughlin comes out to kick it. And the bomb right-footed by Felipe Gonzalez too high.
Like the attempt there from Felipe. No problem with it. Sat up for him on the half volley. Maybe sat up a little bit too high. to keep the body over the top of that one. A little bit of the shovel action there, and it cost him as that one went high.
Waiting for that drum. I think the drummer was late to the party. Thought it was a 6:30 kickoff. The drums here in the deep end are rattling now. Whistle on the wall. All the way across the field, the foul is called. And it goes against Syracuse.
Another foul on Perapovic.
Toth saw some quick pressure. Here comes Claire. Sockers running right to left in this third quarter. All bent into the box but knocked away. Vitale now. And Forbes surveys. Slavisa.
Oh,
Lost it through the middle.
it's a brilliant leak out run there from Vitale. Nobody on the Syracuse side saw him.
Sosa curving it for Childs. One hops instead the short wall and out of play. Medical care for the Sockers is provided by Dr. Ken Taylor and Dr. Suraj Achar with UC San Diego Health Sports Medicine. They can help you get back on the field too. Call 844-DOCTOR-SPORT. Fourth minute expired, third quarter. 3-2 Sockers leading Syracuse. This has been a tight one all the way. Forbes into the corner. Ball banged away from him. Childs out behind the red line, but Schneider settles. Now here's Forbes. Look out. Sliding attempt to knock that ball down by Escoto. And a little lefty lost it. Forbes puts it home. We're tied up. Forbes kept working on Escoto till he won that ball right at the edge of the box. And he slotted it calmly at 4:28 of the third. We're back to even terms, 3-3.
Toth not thrilled the least with Brandon Escoto there. You see a few of the Sockers players telling Toth to collect himself. Both furious with Escoto after that giveaway, which just set up Forbes from point blank range. Talked about those individual errors potentially being costly in a game like this one. Case in point right there. It's an individual error that cost the Sockers a goal. Escoto has had some good things to say this evening for the Sockers as well. Craig, we'll see if he can do a little more makeup work before the evening's done.
Now in, here's Tovar trying to get it right back to LSO off the crossbar. He thought he had one.
Would have been a great way to answer right there.
5 off the clock, 10 to go third quarter. 3-3 tie. Rinking the run, Oliveira down the middle. Upa Perapovic held him off. Reza gets the ball in deep again. Coughlin comes out, just floats it in the air. Does it go out? It does. Top of the box coming for San Diego.
Rough mistake there from Coughlin. Good opportunity here, and you see Childs and Claire in a little chat as they come forward for this one. See if there's some kind of training ground trickery in the works, or if Craig wants to take this one straight on himself.
First free kick of the night for San Diego. Childs, left wing, Claire, shot block. There was a red line free kick earlier, first one top of the box. Back to Oliveira. Chance, the strike, and it's off frame.
Love that angle right there. Talked about that earlier. Talked about that way back in the first quarter, I think. Anytime that Oliveira has an opportunity playing on that right side, to slice back in onto that left foot, onto that power foot of his, he's got every right to do it.
Here's Childs. Has one tonight already. Claire wants one. Right into the double team, but no foul was deserved nor given. Back to Claire. And it's Contreras to settle things.
Maddie's just got to get back up and get involved in this game. He's been kept in check thus far by Syracuse, one of the most dangerous attacking weapons the Sockers got. Look for 9-9 to insert himself into this game in this third quarter. You know he wants to.
Contreras.
Focus on what's in his control.
It's Tovar up top. Cuts the ball across under Claire's foot. Room for Forbes.
Thought that was going to fall right to him, Craig.
From behind, Pollo takes the ball back.
Good response from the Sockers here. Very good response after that tough giveaway that led to that third goal for Syracuse. They've bossed the game ever since. I'm not sure if Syracuse has even touched the ball since they scored.
8:22 clock running in the third. Knotted at 3. Tight one and a fun one to start the home schedule. First of 11 home games between here and March for the San Diego Sockers on the march to the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Toth. Long distribution looking for Childs. 2 men around the Sockers captain. Got the ball to Contreras. In between 2 more. This one tiptoed toward Coughlin. Kicked out now. It's Pee Wee with a shot deflected high netting. Could have a corner kick coming here. First, the officials' timeout. Halfway through the third quarter. 7:54 left to go in the third of 4. Tied 3-3. Our score, the Sockers and the Syracuse Silver Knights. American Spa and Pool Pros, proud to support your Sockers. We provide liability insurance to swimming pool industry professionals. Whether your business is pool repair, builders, remodelers, plasterers, or really any service for swimming pools, we've got a flexible plan perfect to protect your business and your livelihood. So check us out online. It's asapponline.com. Again, asapponline.com. Go Sockers. Hey, Sockers fans, Sushi Lounge on Market offers fresh sushi and inventive cocktails at their downtown location, 4th and Market. Learn more at sushiloungeonmarket.com or give us a call, 619-696-6262. And by the way, if the Sockers win tonight, tomorrow, you'll get 50% off the entire online pizza menu at papajohns.com and on the Papa John's app using the promo code SOCCERS. So look for that. Papa John's, proud pizza partner of the San Diego Sockers. Time for the corner kick. It's Claire looking at it from far corner.
Look for LSO on a little chip over from Claire here. We'll see if this thing comes around LSO.
Here he is. Deflected.
It wasn't on the chip, but it did find its way over to number 11.
Back to Oliveira. Childs now can shoot with either foot. 7:40. The clock runs down in the third remaining. We're tied at 3. Sockers have had one lead at 3-2. Syracuse has led at 1-0 and 2-1. Here's Childs to Claire.
Talked about how fun it is to watch LSO on the ball. Jake Schindler saying, yeah, I'll watch him on the ball all you want.
Here's Tovar. Got under that one.
Schindler just stood in front of LSO for about 6-7 seconds there saying, you can razzle-dazzle all you want. You can show the crowd your footwork. Heck, you can show the commentators your footwork. They seem to love watching it. I'm not letting you pass me. Brilliant defending there by Schindler, just standing his ground, keeping those knees low. Saying, you're going to have to get off this thing.
Here's Eddie Velez trying to win a ball on the far wall. Nick Pereira comes back to hold him off.
You know, it's so often, Craig, where players like LSO, they make defenders dive in. They sucker a guy in.
Room to run. Helevats back to Pereira. And that one kicked away by Sosa, and now it's the Sockers' turn to counter. Escoto, multi-touches through midfield, right wing, open chance. Here it is, point-blank save. Coughlin comes up big again for the Silver Knights in net.
Thought that thing should have gone out wide to Sosa just a little bit sooner. The angle was cut down too tight there in the end. It was a fine save from Coughlin. I think if that thing gets to Sosa just a little bit sooner, I think the Sockers get a goal out of that.
6.5 left in the third now. Nothing decided yet. 3's on the board. Here's Cerda. Had the first goal of the night for San Diego. Working with Sosa. What a potent addition, and especially as he trains with this team and gets into the flow. He's going to be one of the best players on this team. Here's Escoto. Working hard. Back to the left. Wall pass. Looking for the head of somebody, probably Cerda. And instead, this one spins over the low wall and out of play, and the Sockers will get it right back.
See Pereira turning back to Coughlin, his goalkeeper saying, my bad. I mean, you just head that thing right back into a danger area.
Ruiz, one-touch pass there, is over to the wall. Sosa's got it.
Pereira back trying to help. He almost did more harm than good.
Sosa as Pollo runs off. Gimme aid from Pollo to Pee Wee. Here's Sosa. Holding outside red line. Now, Pee Wee. Ortega. Right wing Sosa, let the ball roll by. Cerda's got it. 5:25 in the third. Sockers being patient, looking for their chance.
Talked about it earlier. Love Sosa playing that quarterback role right there. Been able to survey the field like a point guard on the basketball court.
Childs runs on the field. He's on the far wall right now. Now he gets the ball. Now he shoots, and it's blocked by Toby.
Wasn't there.
Wins it back to Sosa. Well done.
Gets it right back, though.
Serta, curving strike. What a save! Coughlin with the save of the night.
Coughlin outdoes himself. Made a couple of sprawling stops back in the first half, and ball stuck up in the netting, up above the boards right now. Thought that thing was heading top corner, postage stamp. Coughlin said, "Nuh-uh."
Childs, he'll do it himself. Up the corner kick, Claire to Childs for the second time tonight. And it's a 4-3 Sockers lead at 10:05 of the third.
Oh, how cruel this game can be. Coughlin makes the play of the night, and no more than a couple of seconds later, he sees one go past him at the far post. Craig Childs has put that thing low and hard to the far post. In traffic. I don't think anybody actually got a touch on it. I think it did go straight in. Childs has claimed it. He's throwing the souvenir ball into the stands. He's claiming it as his goal indeed.
It was one of those either-ors, Nate. Either he slots it or there's a Scoto on the back post hoping to get a touch on it. And there it is as predicted. Claire on his second assist. And a 4-3 second lead for the Sockers. Now can they add? Reza pressuring, wins the ball offensive midfield. Forward, here's Claire. Claire tries to get one touch away. Hello, now Claire bombs into Coughlin, and the ball is back to offensive midfield.
Coughlin flying off his line, right back in the line of fire. After giving up that go-ahead goal, Coughlin's saying, I still got a job to do, and I'm going to do it.
Sockers look like they've got some buzz now. Reza, nice pass. Tovar! A cracker off the wall.
Good stuff there, again by Coughlin. That shot from Tovar went off the wall and into Coughlin. Coughlin contorting his body.
Parapovic with a pass. Toth had to save the day, and he did.
Oh.
Pereira was coming in clean on that pass across 3 lines.
Oh.
Here comes Escoto.
Oh.
And a bad touch. The field was opening up for a 2-on-1. Escoto says, I'm going to try and win this back, and he does. The water bug against the Redwood. Back to Helovats. 3.5 to play in the third. 4-3 San Diego now.
Contreras and Forbes getting into it on this near side. Shot for that matchup here the next minute or so. Both of them trying to keep their tempers in check.
Forbes holding.
You see Contreras saying, what are you doing with it?
Coughlin wasn't sure either. That one tipped by the back heel of Reza. Oliveira says, Toth, you've got a better angle. And Toth just barely avoids knocking it into the bench. Here's Pereira with space. Second touch off the wall.
Toth was beat. Toth was beat by the pace of that.
Escoto falls, and a blue card is raised against Domenico Vitali. And Escoto writhes, but the Sockers go on their third power play, 2 for 2 tonight. Let's watch again, and it was a touch after the ball had left, but hard to say. So Vitali in the sin bin, and with 2:55 left in the third quarter, it's time for a UC San Diego Health power play. And the Sockers want to go 3 for 3 and take a 2-goal lead.
It's been the meal ticket thus far.
Claire tripping that call.
Power play. It's
Claire now.
Ben Att for the San Diego side this evening.
This is the top of the box. Oliveira gives it right back. Sosa looking for give and go. Oliveira turns and feeds Childs. Wall pass back to LSO and tipped out. Claire will head it over to John Sosa. Such a good passer to Claire. Childs right back to Sosa. His chance to shoot now. Blocked. Under Childs and behind him. Sosa again. Minute 15 on the power play. 2:08 on the game clock. Third quarter. Sockers up 1. Sosa Right foot, one touch. Here's Claire, has to turn to it. Right wing instead, a good setup, blocked. Escoto saw it knocked back to Claire, he'll hold.
Good awareness there from Claire.
Good keep in. Oliveira, Sosa. Here's Claire, chance. Carves it off of the joint between crossbar and
I
post.
think that deflected. It did deflect. It's going to
stays in, yeah,
stays
corner
with
kick.
the Sockers. But Claire, again, how many times have we said this evening on these power plays, it's what he loves to do. Slide over to this near side, cut back onto that right foot.
Giles, blocked. Up in the air, Toby blocked it to Coughlin, who grabbed it.
It was almost right as you draw it up, with Claire cutting onto that right foot. That deflection did just enough to put it off the upright. The intersection of the upright and the crossbar.
Sosa, right wing, LSO, back to Sosa. Claire give and go, in the air, looking for a header. Power play has 16 seconds left on it. Here's a chance perhaps. Claire right now, too high.
And you just got to keep the body down on that one. Keep the head down. Dipped right underneath it. Pace created for you. That thing's rolling at you.
The long toss is going to all but kill the power play, but a quick win at midfield. Final minute of the quarter, final seconds of the power play. Giles, can he convert? Giles holds. Walled off, now back to even strength. Vitale runs into the play. LSO, one time is wide by Escoto. Well, we have a moment before the quarter break. There's a new soccer in the family. I want to say congratulations to Brian and Christy Farber, welcoming Beckham Cruz Farber onto earth on Saturday. Mother and child doing well. Farbisi doing okay. Hair still looks fabulous.
When does the hair not look fabulous?
Probably on birth night, but I could be wrong. In fact, I'm probably wrong about that. 25 seconds left in the quarter. I think the answer is always. Here's Contreras. Looking for El Vaquero in the corner. Eduardo Velez. Schindler, a little pinball over there. 13 seconds left. Toulouse wanted to sneak on one. Pereira says, I do too. Now Forbes takes a flight. Blue card from across the field on Felipe Gonzalez and the Sockers.
I think that was actually, it's going to go against Eddie Velez.
Eddie, pardon me.
It is indeed going to go against Velez.
Yep, Velez.
So it'll be man down for each side.
Another very late penalty in a quarter. There was one to end the second quarter, now one to end the third quarter. 4 seconds. Here's the long bid in, headed out. That should end the quarter. Schindler settles the ball as the horn sounds. 45 minutes complete at Valley View Casino Center and 15 left to go. And a minute 54 of penalty kill to start the quarter. Syracuse down by just one. It's 4-3 Sockers. You're watching the Major Arena Soccer League on YouTube and MASL TV.
Paxton,
Kaylin.
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Hey, Sockers fans, when you come out to Valley View Casino Center to watch the San Diego Sockers play, you get the chance to win as well. 2 different ways. If the Sockers score 5 goals or more, everyone gets 5 free wings at Hooters. All you have to do is present your Sockers ticket stub at any local Hooters within 48 hours to redeem. 3 San Diego locations to serve you: Mission Valley, National City, and San Marcos. Also, when the Sockers win, you win. After the Sockers win, you get 50%. We mentioned this, but I want to get the promo code out there again. 50% off the regular menu price of all pizzas at papajohns.com and the Papa John's app. The promo code is SockersWin, not just Sockers. Sockers win. So Sockers win, you win, half off your Monday pizza night. Sockers win and score 5. Take your ticket stub to Hooters, get your wings, bring them home, order the pizza, wings and pizza.
And the Sockers win. And it all comes back to the crux of this whole conversation. It's about a Sockers win here at the Valley View Casino Center. And then everybody gets wings and pizza and lives happily ever after.
Craig Elston, Nate Abarea with you. 15 minutes on the clock, the final 15 of this one tonight. Sockers will host Tacoma next week and Ontario the week after. And they begin with an early change on the penalty kill to start the 4th quarter. That was odd. Had the wrong players out there to start. Pereira was in the middle of the box but going the wrong way, and San Diego able to clear this ball down the field. Minute 30 left on the penalty against Eddie Velez.
Second straight quarter that sees Syracuse start on the power play.
To right wing. Silver Knights came back to win in overtime in Turlock on Friday. Trying to come back today. Forbes was that hero. On this one, kicked out. I think properly ruled a deflection for a corner there instead of top of the box. There was no control on that deflection that would lead to a defensive clearance.
Inclined to agree, sir.
Left wing is Forbes. Schindler's at top. They'll cross to right wing instead. Hellevatz brings it back. Or was that Uba Peripovic? It was. 99 can see it on his shorts now. So you got 99 on the wing and 77 up top, Nick Pereira. And those are the 2 most dangerous players for this Silver Knights team. First minute off the clock, 4th quarter. 50 seconds left on the power play. And Coughlin is going to have to reset things for Syracuse. Schindler. Pereira cuts it to Slavisa. Uba Peripovic to Schindler. Uba Peripovic constantly tiptoeing as if, when can my left-footed strike get on? Forbes wall ball. This one comes to Pollo. And Hiram Ruiz is able to get the ball loose. Running the wall is Cerda. Short-handed for another 16 seconds. Cerda wants to beat the whole team. Wrestles his way past Schindler. Oh. Deflected. A whistle. A card.
Cerda getting a little overzealous there. Ferocious effort up those far side boards. All the way up. Getting past 3 separate Syracuse players. Won the duel with the goalkeeper, and then back came Uba Peripovic and looked like it was a 50-50 confrontation. Uba Peripovic just caught the worst of. Man, that is a big break for Syracuse. They're going to have a 2-man advantage for 11 seconds. For the subsequent minute 49, another power play.
And here we go. Let's see if these 8 seconds can be meaningful. 2-man advantage. Forbes. Uba Peripovic. And the space the extra man provides. Forbes. Fakes. Cuts around. Now down low. Backheel goal. The first penalty had expired. But the goal by Tavernese has tied things up at 4 at 2:58 of the 4th, and another power play still on the board.
Pure, utter filth.
And that kills that. As I mentioned, Velez was out of the box, so they scored it on the 5-on-4. So back to even strength. And Hellevont's arguing, saying, no, that came on the last second. And we should have the second penalty still on the board.
Well, I think they've got quite the reasonable claim. We'll get back to this disagreement in a second.
No, they're wrong, because here's why. The penalty was 6 seconds of the third quarter, so that gives them till 1:54 off this, and they're at 1:58 right now. So it had just expired. Nonetheless, tie game, Tavernese. And Syracuse. What a great effort here from the visitors from New York.
And I hope the explanation that they received there was, as concise and succinct as the one that I just received up in the commentary gantry from Mr. Craig Elston, because indeed the red call was made. It did come on what you would call that second power play for Syracuse there. But real quickly, to just finish up on giving credit for that goal, brilliant stuff, working that thing around, and just the cheekiness, the patience. We talk all about the patience, the importance of patience on power plays. That was just downright cheeky, the way that thing wound up. With Tavernese scoring there at the end with just a deft little poke with the right foot from close range.
Here's Hellevont's. Crowd's really getting into it, courtesy of the deep end right now, but more work to do. And this has never been more than a one-goal game for either side. Pereira in traffic. Back to Hellevont's. Just wide on that shot from right wing. Now Callahan tried to bring it to the middle. In the Sockers counter, falling down, LSO, long ball for Claire. Into the corner. Claire off the wall. Nobody home in white and powder blue.
I think Claire would have been better served trying to turn back out of that. I think that's exactly what Tovar was yelling at him. Claire was upset that Tovar hadn't come up to support. Tovar saying the whole team's back here, Maddie. Working the hold-up play in that situation. And Claire gives this one away.
Callahan read the pass back. Sosa along with Ruiz, and they dig the ball loose. Hiram Ruiz. This play back successful. Cerda's going to reset things. It was Cerda's penalty, technically, that led to the Syracuse equalizer. Two hands in the back by Sosa. You can call that from terrace level 1. Scotto, pardon me, not Sosa, but 19, not 20. Nonetheless, the foul was obvious. Here's Pereira. Trapped the ball.
It's got to be
pulled
a foul
down.
on
There's
Sosa.
Sosa on the foul. I was seconds ahead of my time.
Looking into the crystal ball there, Craig, but again, it's Pereira wreaking havoc with that hold-up play. Find me someone better when it comes to forward hold-up play in the MASL than Nick Pereira. Certainly is his specialty. It won this set-piece opportunity.
Here's a shot blocked by Cerda.
Corner.
Zuba Parapovic quickly to Pereira and right back. Floated to the top looking for Toby. Off the high glass. Toby trapped it down. Tipped from between his legs. And lifted over the low wall by mistake. And the Sockers happy to get the ball back. 11:04 to play now in a 4-4 tie. A tense one to open up the home schedule for the Sockers. Two 1-0 teams meeting. Both won on the road in their opener. There was Pee-wee. Contreras now. Finding Cerda. Cerda pressured by Pereira. Toth. What a grappling match away from the ball. Right now we have Rene Ortiz on the Sockers bench with one hand extended, and you had Phil Salvaggio with two palms up toward the sky. They were hoping for a card they didn't see. Shots on the board are 28. Here's that steal. Pereira one-on-one with Toth. Nick Pereira, and from behind, Cerda gets a touch.
Wow.
Cerda had the ball stolen from him, but did not give up on the play. And what could have been a go-ahead chance for Syracuse was throttled down. Here's Brandon Escoto. Step over once and twice. Out to left wing. Gonzalez crosses. Pee-wee Finding Childs off the wall. Toby can make it Forbes to get it out of there. Headed by Gonzalez. Childs asking for the ball if they can get it to him. In the air, the big win by Pee Wee. He cuts it to Childs, settles the ball into the backhand. There's Gonzalez, missed kicking on a sitter. Tough to play though. Hard ball, tried to knock it in one motion inside of the left foot, and he hit it into the wall right next to him.
Craig, I just don't think he expected it. I think everyone in this building was looking for Childs to pull the trigger, and he pulled a fast one on everybody and played that pass to the far post, and it indeed was a sitter for Felipe Gonzalez, and he just couldn't contort in time to put it into the empty net.
Right wing, here's LSO, and that ball spun off his toe. Gets it back off the frame. Looking for the header, Velez, man knocked down, and he gets the ball back. 9:13, and the Sockers pressing to go back ahead. Fourth quarter, 4-4 tie. Max Talute barking out patterns.
Watch LSO and Raymond down low right now, going at it.
Talute, 2 touches, cuts back, lost his man for a second, then lost the ball. Here comes Contreras to get the win right back.
This is good. This is lively.
Over to Eddie Velez. Velez to face.
See what the Vaquero can do here.
The Tijuana native. Curling. Good move. Back to Contreras. Now Talute let the ball go into the corner, and Toby gets the touch. Rob right back in for the moment. Talute knocks it down. Max Talute to Child. Make it Gonzalez. Back over to Oliveira. 8:25 in a tie game, fourth quarter.
Watch for the Vaquero here on this near side. They get this thing over to Velez. Space just closed down there. They had an opportunity.
Far wall now. The step over. Ball played through offensive midfield. Rotating around. Cerda straight away. Ruiz is settling to the back post, hoping for a ball.
Just not enough movement right now.
Talute walking up.
Good sustained possession, but see a little bit more movement. He's moving laterally. Get those defenders moving sideways. Create some chaos.
Talute's almost drawing a second man. That's his intent, I think. Once he does, laid off back. Cerda, left wing. Quick ball movement. It's Ruiz. Hear him. The man they call Pollo. Back to Cerda. Contreras.
Conservative and organized right now from Syracuse defensively, Craig.
Talute. Step over. 2 step overs. Fancy. Got the crowd excited. No pass or shot. There's the shot blocked.
Again.
Tavernisi will chip it deep.
Craig, we saw that earlier. It was LSO on the ball for the Sockers back in the third quarter, and I believe it was Schindler in that moment defending him. Same situation there with Talute. All the step overs, you can do all you want.
Tovar. Here's Claire. Claire 2 assists tonight. Tovar fires it into the high netting.
Finishing up, though, these Syracuse defenders saying give all the razzle-dazzle you like. Rile up the crowd, get the kids excited. Heck, get the old folks excited. How can you not love beautiful footwork like that? But as far as applicability and turning dazzling footwork into chance creation, Syracuse saying we're having none of it. We're going to keep men behind the ball. We ain't diving in. We ain't getting enticed by the fancy footwork. They've had everybody behind the ball for the last 2.5 minutes. Syracuse has got 5 players almost behind the red line. And you see the Sockers trying to suck those central defenders out. Saw Talute trying to draw that double team as you spotlighted there, Craig, and Syracuse is having none of it. They're saying possess all you want, anywhere from that midfield stripe to that red line. Possess anywhere you want. As soon as it comes down to this final third, it's vice grips. We're not letting go. We own our space. It's tight. You ain't getting through. It's going to take an individual moment of brilliance. It's going to take something to cut down this stingy defense right now. Since Syracuse got that equalizer, they've kind of switched game plans, you must say. It's gone very, very defensive. I'm looking for the Sockers to have that one moment to get back in this lead and never look back. But it could take something special. Could take something from a set piece. It could take a mistake from Syracuse. But again, based on what we've seen in these last few minutes, Greg, I'm not anticipating a defensive mistake from Syracuse. They're playing very conservatively, very organized at the back right now. Let's see if the Sockers can step up. Let's see if the captain, Craig Childs, can step up with a quintessential Childs moment. Let's see if Matt Clare can score his first goal at home this season. We'll see who it is. Who's going to be that hero? Who's going to be the guy to make it 5-4?
Cerda back to his keeper. Shop GTM, San Diego's #1 discount store in Lemon Grove, Santee, Otay Mesa, and coming soon to Chula Vista. Check us out online, gtmstores.com. 6:45 left in regulation, 4-4 tie. Syracuse had overtime on the docket Friday night in Turlock. Extra time a possibility tonight as well. And the Sockers certainly don't want to see that. They want a +1 before the horn sounds. Or better. Claire. In the possession right up the middle of the park. Tovar pressured hard right there. Hellevots continues the hustle and he wins the ball. With 2 men around him, a tip from the side to get it back. And Toth holds it up and says, you can't have it. Ball is mine. I'm going home.
I want to know where that Hellevots speed came from as a nasty foul's committed here on this near side.
Pee Wee running into Callahan. 3,318 are announced attendance tonight at Valley View Casino Center. Don't forget, Tacoma, Ontario next 2 weeks.
Oh.
Shot outside high by Pee Wee. Both 5 o'clock starts. I really think these football Sundays in San Diego are going to catch on, Nate.
You're onto something, Craig. You're onto something.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, no.
Schindler put himself on his own list. The own goal is a tragedy. Someone's going to be credited with a very silly goal. It's 5-4. Oh, Schindler.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oy vey. Does Escoto get that for proximity? I think he does. Brandon Escoto with a big fist pump like he scored. $9:13. The time of that.
Work to do for the visitors from upstate New York. Again, they've been in this position before. See what they can pull off. Big break for the Sockers.
Doesn't someone on San Diego get credit for that? Or does Schindler get credit for it?
Came, I think, after the restart. I don't think a Sockers player had touched the ball.
So it doesn't go to the keeper or to the last person to touch it before? I don't know. That's how it works in a different sport. I don't know.
I think they're going with the own goal.
Sidney Newsonoff will know the answer to that somewhere deep in the hills of Maryland. Or the streets, the dirty streets. Corner kick coming up. This is a chance for Syracuse to get it right back. Forbes, or will it be Slavisa? Not on the field right now. Tavanesi's on back post. It's going to be Forbes looking to just crank one. This has got to be a good chance. Cranks it in the save. Toth stops bullets. Second corner. This one dummied. And the low block by Contreras. Chance to counter. Here come the Sockers. It's the cut from Gonzalez to Toulouse. Max Toulouse. Back to Contreras. Here he comes off the frame. 5 minutes to play. Sockers up 1, 5-4 San Diego. The own goal is how San Diego's the lead. Now a chance for one of their own. Felipe Gonzalez couldn't handle that hot ball off the near wall. Back to Contreras. Boy, Syracuse has done so much well tonight, Nate. It's, from a neutral standpoint, a real shame that a play like that is the difference in the game right now, and we'll see if another more worthy goal will change the outlook. Ball.
Kept saying it could come down to one moment, hopefully one moment of brilliance or a mistake, and said that wasn't anticipating a defensive mistake from Syracuse based on what we've seen in this fourth quarter, but that is exactly what we had, and it was more than just a mistake. It was just a downright catastrophe at the back for Schindler, and currently stands as the difference. Syracuse, again though, they've come from behind already 3 times in this game, They got 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
That's exactly what I thought from my first 6 years working with the Sockers, Nate. The proximity is who gets the own goal, not last to touch, which is the case in the sport that uses sticks and pucks.
That sport.
That other one. So give Escoto a very nice gift, which is his second goal of the night, second goal of the year. But it's an own goal by Schindler that has us to the difference. Now, 4:09 left, and Nate, we're going to see the Sexto Atacante coming on right now. And I find it somewhat appropriate that it will be Schindler putting on the pink jersey now on Cancer Awareness Night. And Schindler will be the goalie slash defender and trying to handle the ball here as Syracuse pushes to try and tie this back up.
Though the back of his shirt says Coughlin, 'tis indeed Schindler. It will be all-out attack with 4:09 left for the visitors from Syracuse.
What a great game tonight, and don't forget you can come see Sockers action for yourself, fans. Get your tickets at sdsockers.com. For the next 2 Sundays, the Tacoma Stars coming to town. One of the electric stars in the sport, Danny Waltman. I just can't wait to see Danny. He is truly one of the great people you'll meet in any sport and a tremendous player in this sport. Here we go, 6th attacker. This used to be a real bugaboo for this Sockers franchise, both for and against. Let's see, with Rene Ortiz helping guide new tactics alongside Ray Taylor and, of course, the head coach Phil Salvaggio, how San Diego defends here. 6-on-5, no goalie. Coughlin is now Schindler. And it requires a quick mental retrain not to read a name that is staring at you on the back of a jersey, but that's Schindler. He stole his jersey. Schindler is bare-chested on, or he actually is now wearing Schindler's jersey on the bench. Here is Schindler. 3:18 to go. Sockers nursing a 1-goal lead. Toby trying to turn as a target. Pereira in the corner. Back to Forbes, Friday's hero. There's Uba Parapovic. Bends it! Just wide, and Contreras was in danger of flicking it into his own net. 12th minutes expired. 3 to play in the 4th. Sockers up 5-4. Sosa winning that ball in the corner. Off the low wall, held in by Schindler. Back to Forbes. 2 touches, and he'll bring it back around the wing. The lefty now. Into the wall. Toby. Sosa heads it to Toth.
Heads up stuff from Sosa right there.
Timeout. San Diego. 2:30 left to play. And now it's the Sockers' turn to rest legs at this point and to discuss tactics.
And the tactics being discussed right now, it's got to just echo many of the same conversations that were had at halftime between Phil Salvaggio and his side, and that is just play smart, stay organized. They got the extra attacker out there. Let's not do anything silly. Keep men behind the ball, and if we get an opportunity to break, let's not try to panic and shoot the long empty netter. I mean, if it's there, it's there. But let's try to be patient. Let's get out on a quick counterattack, see what we can work out. I want to see this Sockers team stay behind the ball, be organized defensively. On the Syracuse side, Craig, it's caution to the wind at this point. 2.5 minutes left. It's a little bit of time, but you got to throw everything you got right now. If you're Hall and Syracuse gang, and you see Schindler out there, of course, anxious than anybody in this building to do something right now, making amends for that, what will go down as quite the costly error, that own goal, or the goal that eventually was credited to Escoto, but to anybody watching this match, will go down as an own goal for Schindler out there as the 6th attacker right now. We'll see what he can do to contribute.
Toth gets to throw it off his line and in his zone. Barrel Republic, official beer bar of the Sockers, the place to go for the largest selection of craft beers. And bring your Sockers ticket stub to the Pacific Beach location after any Sockers home game. Select craft beer from our 44 self-pour taps and get 10% off your ticket. 2:27 to go. What a game it's been to open up the home schedule, Nate. 10 more of these coming between here and March. Can't wait.
Brilliant stuff. Arena really coming alive right now. They can sense it.
Pereira's got the ball, but a whistle is going to give it back, and that's got the bench of Syracuse irate. Ryan Hall standing on that bench.
Hellevat's incensed as well.
Wearing that captain's armband, Hellevat's. Here's Serda. Serda, top of the box. Left wing, LSO. In from the side. Hellevat's the dispossession. That denied perhaps the cincher.
Desperation defensive effort there, though, makes the difference. Keeps his team in the game. Still within striking distance, Syracuse.
2:07.
Oh.
Look out here.
Oh,
Look
no.
out here. Toth back in, but it's too late. Tavanesi has tied it. The Sockers discombobulate on the back end. At 12:58. Tied at 5.
Never say die. Syracuse about throwing caution to the wind. They threw numbers forward. Sockers was lackadaisical defensively there for only a few seconds, but those few seconds cost them. The attitude that's coming against them from the Syracuse side. One little lackadaisical moment. Be oh so costly, and indeed it was. And it ends. Tavanesi knocking it in. Fine effort by Toth. He got a hand to it, but he could not keep it out. We're all tied at 5 with 2:02 left in this fourth quarter. What a finish we've got set up here at the Valley View Casino Center.
Coughlin is back in the game. Scored with 6 attackers.
It's got to be a handball on Claire. It is.
So Tavanesi has a pair now. And we have a tie game and 1:54 to go. Overtime now looming in San Diego. LSO wants to change that in a hurry. Oliveira, one touch too far to his left, and he lost the ball.
So keyed in on that left foot. He had space to dribble onto the right and take a shot.
Contreras tried to jump around Pereira on a steal there. The ball went out of play, but they'll say last touch by Syracuse. And here's the Sockers with 90 seconds left to play right now. Sosa to Toth. See if Sosa can deliver the late magic. Serda. It's Serda again. Pereira in front of him. A big wall to get around. Working to the final minute of regulation. Nice little roll, left wing. Here's the chance. In front! Childs had 2 men around him. The ball was deflected out. It's going to go to Syracuse with 1 minute left to play.
Childs just trying to throw the body. Just could not connect the way he needed to.
Pereira takes a long pass, settles it, and gets it out. Here's Callahan to set up Hellevat's. Final 50 seconds.
Ooh.
The whistle on Hellevat's denies him a one-on-one chance down low.
That was big.
Here is Pee Wee. Left
Look
it
at
off.
Claire.
Claire's open. He scores! Sockers magic in the 60th minute. It's Matt Claire, the hero. 6-5 San Diego.
Keep asking tonight. Keep asking tonight over and over and over again. When is Matt Claire going to get those finishing boots on? He's had a few opportunities this evening. He's played distributed a couple of times, assisting Craig Childs already twice this evening. When's he going to find those shooting boots here at the VVCC? There's your answer. 41.7 left. Claire picks his spot at the far post, makes no mistake about it. Cool as you like. Claire gives the Sockers the lead, and now, talk about caution to the wind, it's 41 seconds of hold on for dear life on the Sockers side, and 41 seconds putting everything forward for Syracuse, but Claire finds that scoring touch at just the precisely right time. Gorgeous goal. You saw him in acres of space out here on this right side, and it finally found its way to him, that ball. And Claire puts it to the far post to give the Sockers the lead. Can they hold on, Craig?
6 attackers again. Schindler wears Coughlin's jersey. 30 seconds left. From Velez, Claire to give the Sockers the 6-5 lead at 14-18 to the fourth. Here's the bomb. Coth comes up with a huge one. He's on his knees, and the Sockers can clear the ball. That saves the win, perhaps. 12 seconds. One more rush. Uba Parapovich cuts it away from Schindler. 5 seconds too far out. Forbes gets blocked. It's rolling to the empty net. It won't matter. Full time. The Sockers win. 6-5 thriller. Matt Clare, the last-minute hero. The Sockers survives being scored upon with 2:02 left. They get the game winner with 41-7 on the clock. And San Diego 2-0 with a 1-goal win over a talented and determined Syracuse Silver Knights side.
Craig, we asked over and over who's going to be the hero this evening. Who wants to step up? Be the difference maker. Your answer, Matt Clare, number 99, with the winner. 41.7 left in the contest. As you said on the call there, Craig, 60th minute magic for the Sockers. Final minute of the game, and Matt Clare steps up to give his side the W. What a night here in SD.
Claire should be your top star tonight. 2 assists and the game-winning goal. Craig Childs nets a pair. He's got 5 on the young season. Tavanesi scored 2. Uba Parapovich. Forbes also for Syracuse. An own goal was critical in this result as well. And San Diego emerges victorious 6-5 for this veteran team, and we talked about it, Nate, much earlier in the broadcast, but they've got a home-heavy schedule early. This game, one of a 3-game homestand. They've got a road-heavy schedule late, and it's going to be a constant grapple trying to get that best record in the West. So a result like tonight, really important down the road.
Opened up talking about this. It's got to be a head start, that home slate. It's got to give the Sockers a jump start to this season. It's got to put them a leg ahead of everyone else. And maybe there might be, not trying to be pessimistic here, but if there are a few blips on the map late on in the season, they won't be costly because of what will already be in the bank from racking up wins here at the Valley View Casino Center in the month of November. 3 straight home Sundays to start the month. You got to be looking at it as 3 wins right now. This one was cut mighty, mighty close, and it took some fantastic heroics to get the win this evening, but win's a win. You got to be thinking 2 more, 12th and 19th, before Sockers head back out on the road.
San Diego 2-0, but as you're saying here, Nate, 2-0 out of division.
Right.
Beating teams from the East and beating teams from the Southwest. Now Pacific Division play begins next Sunday with the Tacoma Stars in town. The following Sunday, the Ontario Fury. Get your tickets at sdsoccers.com. Final shots 24-13 on the scoreboard. We'll check the official stat card when it's posted online at maslsoccer.com as well. And for San Diego, a pair of power play goals, 1 for Syracuse. Want to say special thanks to Ross Callan and our great broadcast crew. For Nate Alberea, Craig Elston signing off now from Valley View Casino Center on Sports Arena Boulevard, where the Sockers made their home opener a happy one in front of a crowd of 3,318. Late-minute drama and a last-minute game winner from Matt Clare, a 6-5 win. Now, so long from San Diego.